it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop. I'm going to be creating the layout you see on the screen featuring the Simple Stories Vintage Ancestry collection. This is a heritage collection, only I'm going to be documenting photos of me in 2017. I'm also going to be sharing a trick on how to use lots of stickers on a layout without it overwhelming the page design. Here's what I'm going to be using from the Simple Stories Vintage Ancestry collection. I have the collection pack there, or papers from the collection pack, as well as stickers. I also have the solid papers. I have titles, those are like foam stickers, as well as those self-adhesive brads. I got all of this at the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop, so I will link up the shop as well as everything I'm using in the description box below. Now on my desk, you're going to see I already started my preparation. I made that frame style foundation with 3 sheets of paper, and I gutted 2 of them. There is a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that, so that will be linked below. I matted 2 photos. I have a bunch of paper. You saw that in the still photos at the beginning. But what I really want to talk about is the vanilla cardstock, because that one that I'm going to be using comes from Basil. It's Basil Vanilla Textured Cardstock. The other one I'm showing you there, it's a bit yellowish. That one is from American Crafts. Now, personally, I use a lot of Simple Stories as well as crepe paper products, and there are a lot of cream-based papers in that, and I just find the Basil Vanilla Cardstock works really, really well with it, and it is at the Scrapbook Nerd, so I'll link it up below. I also showed you my embellishments again, but those were in the still photos at the beginning. So what I'm going to do here is cut down all these papers and create a layered photo mat. And I am putting measurements for what I'm doing on the screen. I'm just going to talk a bit about this collection here because it is a heritage based, but I didn't buy it for that purpose. I love the collection colors, actually. I love the vintage jewel tones. I love the neutrals in it. And even though I'm not going to be doing heritage photos, there's a lot of reference in this collection to family, gather, and photography. And all of that is perfect for me, especially the photographer of the house. So back to my layout here. I am layering it up. As you can see, I have a vertical line, then 2 horizontals, and another vertical. That's my photo mat. It's an easy way to create a layered look on a page. Now what I'm doing is simply inking all of my papers. Even though they're from the same collection, I do find when you create layered photo mats, adding a little bit of ink does add a certain cohesiveness to the layout. It just kind of brings it all together. And the one I used will be linked up below, but it's from VersaFine. I think it's called Morning Mist. It's gray. I really like it. It's not as harsh as black, but it does give that kind of dark charcoaly look. So you can see I'm adhering my photo mat to the page, and then I will be simply placing my photos there, and from then I'm going to start embellishing. This page came together really quickly. There is no fancy tools being used here. I will end up bringing out my trusty tag punch, but that can be replaced honestly with a straight trimmer or a pair of scissors. Now what I'm going to do is get out the title. So I have selected the word photos. I literally cut it out of the cellophane in that pack so I can play around with placement. And now what I'm going to do is create tags. So I want to create one for my journaling. This design doesn't have a lot of room for journaling. I'm going to put a bid on, but I will make a suggestion later on if you have more journaling to do. So you can see I'm creating 3 tags here, and I'm just using scraps of paper. I'm cutting 2-inch strips, and I'm using this tag punch. But if you don't have a tag punch, all you have to do is snip the ends of the strips of paper, the corners on an angle, and then just punch a hole in the middle. That's it. I also added ink to all 3 tags, and you're going to see I placed 2 of them above the photo, and that's going to be where a big embellishment cluster is going to be. So it's almost like the base to the embellishment cluster. And then I'm putting one over on the right, and that's where my small bit of journaling is going to go. That's why I made sure that one was really light, because I was going to be writing on top of it. Now what I'm going to do is get my sticker sheet out, and I'm selecting stickers. Now what you saw there is I started by selecting big stickers, the bigger ones, and then I'm coming in with small ones, because when I create embellishment clusters, I always start with the bigger ones and then come in with the smaller ones. I don't have the ephemera for this pack, so I put all my stickers that I think I'm going to use on wax paper so I can play around with placement before actually adhering. My plan here is to create a layered sticker embellishment cluster just above that photo around the tag. So that's what you see me doing there now. And even though they are individual stickers, I'm layering them and overlapping them. So I'm not looking at these stickers like an individual sticker. I'm overlapping them. So it's not going to look like individual stickers. It's going to look like just one big sticker. You'll see that when I start adhering it. I place the photos down. I made sure that the adhesive underneath the photos was fairly far down so that I could actually tuck pieces underneath. That's what you see me doing with the tags right now. And when I start sticking my stickers down in the tags, really what I want to create here is a lot of different levels. So I'm starting with those two bigger pieces. One of them is like a file folder, and in the front it says the story. So that's perfect for me. And then in front of it, it's like an envelope with a flower on it, but you really don't even see that once they are all piled up one in front of the other. Another thing I'm doing is I'm using the layers in that photo mat. So some of it's going behind the double photo mat, some of it's going behind just the photo, and another one's almost overlapping the photo. So again, I'm working with these layers. I'm adding this clock piece in there just because I wanted to add a little bit of contrast. That round in there adds contrast. So you see I have that giant cluster at the top, but no longer does it look like individual stickers. It just looks like one big clustered piece. Now you can see I'm working on the title. So I do have the title kind of overlapping the photo a bit and a little bit overlapping the tag. I want to add something to that. I do like adding extra words to my titles, but I'm not sure about that red there. I also have that piece of chipboard there, and I'm not committing to that quite yet. I'm going to those self-adhesive brads, which I absolutely love. Simple Stories has been putting them out lately. Obviously, you don't have to poke holes in them, so that's good, but their foam adhesive behind them is much thinner now, so they don't stick up as much, and for me, I really like that. I went into that sticker sheet and they have these photo corners. Now this is about me taking photos, so I thought that was perfect. I'm putting them at all the four corners of the layout, and I really like that, but I still don't know what to do underneath the word photos. Finally, I decide the red I didn't like, so I get another one and it says always and forever. Well, I do document my stories always and forever. I'm thinking I want the heart there, but I don't commit, but you're going to see at the very end, it's there. What I ended up doing was moving that little word banner over a little bit towards the right, and I put the heart underneath. And the only other thing I did was my journaling on the tag. Now, if you have more journaling than what I have here, you could always add a second tag. And another thing, what I would probably do is add some lines underneath the word photos and do my journaling there, almost to create a diagonal design. And then I would probably put that little heart that's underneath that gold colored banner underneath the writing. That's it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the Scrapbook Nerd YouTube channel, we would be absolutely thrilled if you did. The same thing for my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec. Don't forget to check out the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop. They have these products as well as many, many more. Thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.